Season 2 of the Bloodline Podcast is brought to you by the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited. Digitize and monetize with iEnt Live, the only platform that provides complete digital support for entertainers, promoters, businesses, and entrepreneurs. Leverage our one-stop digital ecosystem that will allow you to promote your music, sell albums, and host paid events, host webinars and sell courses, promote your concerts, sell tickets and live stream events, and market your business or project to generate new customer leads, traffic, and more. This is all supported by our homegrown AI-driven digital marketing infrastructure that has successfully served hundreds of clients around the world. To learn more, send us a message or call 765-4641.
Hi, good evening, and welcome to Bloodline Podcast, sponsored by NGC, National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago. My guest this evening is Carlyle Juiceman Roberts, musical director of the AllStars band. Juiceman, finally.
Yes, finally.
Welcome.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Good to be here, man.
So, tell me a bit about you, like where you're born.
I was born in San Juan, actually in my tower, Mutugal Street. Spent 2 years up on Santa Cruz Road, and then a lot of my life I was on Sunshine Avenue.
Santa Cruz?
Yeah, Sunshine Avenue is right there off the side of the
road. I know it is.
Yeah, and then, was brothers. I had 4 brothers. One died. I had 3 sisters. One died. Mother and father deceased. My mom died in 2009. My dad died in 2017.
Yeah, that's my sympathy on your losses.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's been a rough COVID.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Life goes on. We have to live.
Life goes on, man.
We have to move on.
So where you went to school? In Sawa, imagine?
Sawa SDA Primary School up on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I passed from Mount Up Junior Sec.
Yeah.
I was a bad little fella in school, so mother said, no.
I could really imagine.
She take me there and she sent me to Andrews High School up Summer Hill. That's Adventist High School from 1 to 6. So I went there and I left school in 1984.
Andrews High School. Who was the principal there?
Was Mr. Sunu, and then was Mr. Philip.
Okay, all right. Because they had St. Andrews Academy, which was up Sour, when you're going up by Panbury, Panyard up there, going up.
No, you ain't going by Panbury. When you pass the police station, you're going straight. There was a bakery. After the bakery, there was a school.
Okay.
That's the school that I went to.
All right. So, and your hobbies when you were a young fella growing up?
Me, what? Football,
Yeah.
cricket,
Yeah.
table tennis, basketball.
You do it all?
Yeah. I love sports.
And you do the normal things like running, jockeying, canal and things, and flying kite and things too?
Of course. Of course. Take my mother's sheet. You understand?
To make kite tail?
To make kite tail. My sister was in typewriter, what they call it thing. Man, I take that and we call large long time. We had that large and you put your razor blade in that. Yeah, and you fly in your kite. My father used to make some mad bull, some big mad bull. When you hold that, you can't hold it because it's blowing so hard. It's pulling you. So, yeah.
Tell me about your beginning in music. How you get attracted to this thing called music, from kite flying and...
Yeah, well, born and grown in Seventh Adventist Church in San Juan. And every day my mother used to go to church. Every Sabbath she go to church. They have no pianists in the church. Nobody to play piano.
Yeah.
So she said, here now, come. I send you to learn to play piano because you have to come and play in the church. So I went because I was young. 1976 I started playing piano. And I was young. I didn't have a choice but to go. But end up liking it. Miss deceased Agnes de Labastide was my teacher and got to like it. So I ended up with 7 grades, practical and theory. And I started playing in church. But then, things happen.
So yeah, well, obviously, because from church to what eventually happened, but we'll get to that. So back then, as a young fella playing this piano in church.
In church, yeah.
I guess you didn't have much exposure to like Fet and Calypso. And
No. Hell no. Was camp. Friday before Carnival, what? Pack a bus or a maxi and we go on Belandra with Toko. come back down that Tuesday night or Ash Wednesday morning from camp. I knew nothing about carnival.
So how we get into from church to...
Well, how to put it? One guy heard about me in church. So he asked me to come and play for a little band by Loris Adams. A little band he had there. On Sundays, we used to go and practice. Small music and thing. Charles on guitar, Loris, a deceased singer. I forget her name, but she died in an accident. So I used to go and play there. You know, gospel, R&B, might be a little soca. I couldn't read the soca. I couldn't read the calypso because calypso was what they call cut time, whereby music was 4/4 and 3/4 and 6/8. You know, so I had a little problem learning to read that. But after a while playing there, and we used to practice on mornings. So we used to stop for lunch. And after lunch, we used to go back and play. So they say, wait now, you know, after lunch, you sung better than. So they named the band After Lunch. So that was the first band I played with after lunch. I played one gig and then I think where I end up somewhere and Steve City band at the time, down Clarence Street, wanted a keyboard man, Fireflight. So I went couple of rehearsals and then boom, the day before the show, Steve City fireman. So I was fired by Steve City. I had to go on and on. I ended up in the police band in 1987. From there, I played with Cummins and the Whalers. I played Ray Sylvester. I played with Charlie's Roots. Ended up with Roy Cape AllStars. Then I ended up with just being the AllStars.
So, the police band experience, how was that?
That was one. I think that made me into a better person and a better musician. And all in all, everybody make mistakes in life, but I think the police band was a great help. I had time people like deceased David Phillip, Sylvan Sylvester, Pedro Lezama. Just to call a few that really...
Who was the musical director of the police band back in them days?
Wow. Musical director of the police band at the time was like Sergeant Guerra, you know, was like more... Mr. George Scott was in charge of the police band when I went there. Roger Urquhart was second in charge.
Yeah.
And then deceased Mr. George, he was the inspector. So I had...
Okay, so how you get immersed into the Roy Cape experience though?
Well, I was telling somebody that story there.
Yeah.
Tambu heard me playing in the police band and said, look, you know, Pelham in the panyard. So they're looking for somebody to hold on for him while in the panyard so the band could rehearse. So I went to Charlie's Roots band room and everybody, you know, they had a job. Skipper said, what? You could play? I said, well, I'll try my best. And they had a job in the stadium alongside Roy Cape AllStars. So when I finished playing with Roots, I was coming off the stage and Roy Cape stopped me. And he said, what's your name, son? I said, well, my name is Carlyle Roberts, but he calls me Juiceman. He asked me, what orphanage you from? I said, well, no, I didn't go up in the orphanage. You know, because at that time, a lot of the reading, most talented musicians came from
the orphanage, yeah.
So I told him, well, no, I came from church. So he said, okay. So I left it at that. And one day I was walking up St. Vincent Street after the police band, walking up St. Vincent Street, and Vernon, the drummer, right?
Yeah.
Saw me. He said, boy, Roy kept looking for you. I said, looking for me? He said, yeah. Go and check him now by Spectacular Forum. So I go on across as I walk in and hear Carlyle. Nobody don't call me that. Roy kept on the stage. I don't say, come. Say, I want you to come because we have 2 jobs. And I want you to play keyboard on one of the jobs. And so it began.
Wow.
Understand? 1992, October.
That is what, 30 years ago.
Yeah, 30 years ago. They say 30 years.
Wow. And how them before we go there, how them 30 years were? Juiceman.
How I get a name?
How we get a name?
Before I joined the police band, I used to be around the police band. Broken little fella, have no money to buy no food, nothing to eat. So Mr. Philip had the canteen downstairs, right? So a man would sign a chit to take out money out of his salary. I remember buy a lunch with his chit. So I used to go buy a guy named Ricky Clark. Every time Clarky buy a Juiceman, I buy a Juiceman. So every time I go, yeah, nah. You see you like plenty juice. From now on, your name is Juiceman. And so
that was it. Wow.
That was it, Ricky Clark. That was it.
So tell me about the Roy Cape experience.
Wow, that
30 years.
30 years.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, man. I mean, Roy has been an inspiration to me musically and otherwise. I've been there. You know, he taught me a lot about music because he made me musical director of the band, you know, because he saw my potential.
Yeah.
At that 30 years, I was there, come through from the tent. When he wanted to make the move from the tent, he called me and said, look, I want to make the move from the tent. And we sat down and discussed it. Had one or two fellas wasn't sure because the tent was sure, but we had Nigel and Marvin around the band. And if we didn't use them, they might have found other alternatives.
Yeah.
So we decided, look, all right, we will leave the tent in 1994 and go with Nigel and Marvin. And from that, we've been all over the world, touring, playing music. Ups and downs as usual, like any family.
Yeah.
Fallouts, fight, quarrel, whatever. But we have been together 30 years, and eventually he decided to pass it on. So I am in charge of the band now for the last 4 or 5 years.
So any major changes since from the Roy Cape AllStars to the same groove, same vibe, everything?
Same group. Bassy Sly, Steve, myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jacob was there. You know what I mean? Karen was there.
The drummer?
Yes, drummer Steve.
Mm-hmm.
You know, same group.
Yeah.
For the last, how much years?
I know it's a lot of years to pick out, but give me 2 of your most memorable experiences with the Roy Cape band.
Wow. One was, we were going from Canada to Belgium, and the time between 2 flights was too short, so we missed the flight going. So we sleep in the airport, we get our next flight. All right, we go on Belgium, play, mash up the place, whatever. Coming back again now, the time between 2 flights was too short.
Don't make miss the flight again.
Miss the flight again. So now we stranded in England, but we had to go Canada, to go Trinidad, to go back England 2 days after, which we was telling them, look, we would stay, so we end up having to stay in England by force. So I think it brought us together, had other argument, but it brought us even closer because we had to move from hotel to hotel to hotel.
Yeah.
And I'm staying with my brother in London, and so that was one. And I think the transition with Nigel and Marvin. After them, it was a tough time with Blacks and Derek Seas and Desha. But I think we made it, and we, you know, to where it is today. Mm-hmm. You know, the Blacks deceased. Mm-hmm. But I think that was 2 of my most memorable.
So, with the police band, you're backing artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the tent, you're backing Calypsonians, right? Mm-hmm. Artists. Mm-hmm. I know in those experiences, there must have been a few very humorous, laughable ones. Give me a couple of them.
One was the first 2.
Yeah.
Skinner Park. Jacob Tallman playing congas, I on keyboard. Announced the first 2, the police band started playing music. Mm-hmm. Me and seeing the first 2 coming from the backstage. Mm-hmm. So we were Tall boy. So we looking to see where that coming from. When we look, the first one top the roof. He said, call the fire brigade, I can't come down.
What the first one?
I don't know.
The song had anything to do with the roof?
I don't know. I think what Batman he was singing. I think
so
what Batman.
I tried to come down, fly down. Really?
And that same year too, he was on the police bus and he jumped off and sprained his ankle.
Jump off for the bus?
The police bus jumped off the bus and he sprained his ankle. The police bus had some days real I think some of the best days of my life when the police, I used to go to Tobago for a week. That was some of the best days of my life, Peter. Yeah, we go spend a week, free food. And we play. We go all Charlottesville, Palatouvier, Speyside. It was real. And my experience in the police band was of priceless.
Very good. We usually part of the interview that I call blood pressure. So I ask you a couple questions and you make a choice.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Your pressure good?
Yeah.
Okay. Tambran ball or Benny ball?
Tambran ball. My mother used to make that. I used to sell that for her.
Serious?
Yeah. I used to go sell Tambran ball for my mother.
Very good. Beef pillow or pigtail oil long?
Beef pillow. I ain't grow up eating pig because of...
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Seafood or steak?
Steak because I'm allergic to seafood.
Texting on WhatsApp or talking on the phone?
I prefer talk because when you're texting, people could misconstrue what you're saying. Because it don't have a full stop or a question mark or a comma. So I prefer speak.
Football or cricket?
Wow. I love football.
Cinema or Netflix?
Netflix. Because cinema you go and watch 2 movies and spend how much dollars? They figure spend 10 US and you watch how much you want. You know?
War movies or Western movies?
Growing up was a great Western movie. My dad did like Western.
Yeah.
The time we go and get them days with Betamax and VHS.
Yeah.
Must bring back 2-3 Westerns. Got the bad and the ugly, you know what I mean? Hang him high, you know, so Western.
Byron Lee or Burning Flames?
I would go with Byron Lee.
UV or Soca and Mocha?
Ooh. Well, you see, those two are like then and now, eh? So I'll go then with UV. UV was always a blast. Always. Mocha came along a little while after. It was a blast too, but I think that UE in the early days was one of the best fets that I've been to and played.
Playing on the road for carnival or playing in fets?
Fets. I never liked the road enough.
Yeah.
Because in masqueraders, Frederick Street pile up in traffic. You can't go nowhere. And them cussing you because we, the band, had them cost you money high. So we had to play and curl with us. So I love Fet. I love playing on Fet.
Well, you have passed with flying colors.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Season 2 of Bloodline Podcast is made possible through the support of the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, continuing to be a good corporate citizen, lending support to various initiatives, including those focused on our arts and culture. Today's podcast is also sponsored by Caribbean Spring Water, natural alkaline spring water from the Northern Range. Well, between the police band, Roy Cape, you work with other bands as well, right?
Yeah, I played Firefly, Cummins and the Whalers. The first band I played After Lunch.
After I played, Charlie's Roots.
Yeah.
So you work with a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Who are some of your favorite artists you have worked with?
Well, you know, I was into producing too, right? Like Super Blues one I did some music for him, singing Sandra. You know, most of our songs, Ancient Rhythm, Voices from the Ghetto. Brother Marvin, Carnival Time Again, Jara Shibai.
That's a beautiful song.
You know what I mean? Kurt Allen, Dust Them Away Bees. And Slim Douglas. When I did Wear My Clothes. You know, so a lot of music, a lot of people, a lot of artists, young artists too I work with. Like, for instance, I get shout out to Bungie Garland. They brought him to me and, you know, I still have a repertoire of music for him. I could do an album for him now.
Wow.
Still have music for him.
Well, I know a lot of young people would be watching at this. What advice you have for young fellas who want to get into this music thing?
Yeah, you have to be dedicated. You have to love what you do. I know some people say, boy, this is big money. And no, I think you have to love what you do first. Because music, I live for music. my whole life since 1976. How much years now? That is 46 years now. I into music.
Almost half a century.
Yeah, I love what I do.
Yeah.
It has brought me what I got. Wherever I have, music has done that for me. I've seen the world. According to one guy, my boy Lindsay, you know, you travel the world, you don't pay a cent, you get the best hotels.
Yeah.
You get the best food, you get the best everything. And I've been around, I've been all over.
Yeah.
Which as far as South Africa, whole of Europe, North America. So it has its benefits, but you have to be dedicated and love what you do.
Well, you have worked with you have worked with all the Calypso monarchs. All the Calypso monarchs from since the police band days.
Yeah. So
in the tent back, all kind of road march thing.
Mm-hmm.
With the young soca artists they have, who are few of them who impress you? In the new group.
I like Aaron St. Louis. Voice. Blacks brought him to us with his first song, and we kind of nurtured him to where, you know, and watching him now to see where he has come from, I have to give him kudos. And there are some other ones too, like the Irfans. I am impressed with Irfan, Preedy, Second Star. You know, of course, Second Star, Dad and me was very close before he died too.
Yeah.
I have catalogs with merchants also.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, these are the young ones that I see. I like, well, I love Patrice, Ricardo Drew. I see in Blacks always wanted to leave the thing where he could be watching from where he is and say yes.
Yes.
I feel proud. Because he always with the youths, making sure he would call them in the band room, hold the microphone. So he used to say, oh gosh, no, let them learn. And he always there with the youth. So I think we have a good amount of talent coming. You know, I have a little nephew there too, Terry. He will be a star in the future. Yeah, he'll be a star in the future.
Well, with Blacks passing, may he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
I know that would be real hard for you. Because I know a lot of years you Blacks involved. Tell me about that Blacks experience. Like from when he started.
He started in 1999 with the band, and we kind of recognized his talent because you know he had a good vocal range, you know, and his voice was unique. So singing ballads, singing reggae, singing everything. And then we decided, look, we had a record. So every song you hear from Blacks, either I got it or he got it. And we would say, look, we're doing this one, we're not doing this one. We love that. There are times where he didn't like a song and vice versa. You know, but we would still come together and say, we'll do it, you know, and feel it out and make sure. And he was a bit stubborn in his own way, but he always knew what he wanted. And to see him go now is a great loss.
I know.
It's a real. There's nobody to fill his shoes in the band or even outside of the band. And, you know, it's a great loss. I still trying to...
Yeah, to assimilate it.
Yeah. But, you know, I arranged Pan too, right?
What's that?
You know, I arranged for Pan too, right?
No, I don't know.
Okay. I arranged for solo Pan nights. I came fifth in the I did Iowa at home. I came fifth in the finals. I arranged with Desperados. I work with Starlift. I work with Skiffer Bunch. I arranged for all these bands.
So, you're still doing that?
Nah, I did kind of stop because it was very tedious. I used to go practice for 2 o'clock. From 2 by 5, 6, I go in the studio with Sandra. Right? Then from Sandra, I go in the panel from 8, 9. And I leave in the panel 2, 3 in the morning. And then sometimes I get up by 10 o'clock and go in the panel again with the stage side.
Wow.
Leave them, go rehearsal, and in the same format. It started to burn out.
You know, it's a pity they can't clone you. So you could enjoy
I did love it. I actually did love it.
Yeah.
Working with Skiffer Bunch in particular, it was a great experience. I did get Junior Righello, you know, Pips bringing me down there.
Yeah.
I worked do a lot of Stalin music for them. You know what I mean? I worked with Starlift in the early days with Rosales, teaching them and playing xylophone, glockenspiel, and timpani.
Yeah.
You know, because I play all that with the police band, too, just piano. I play flute, timpani, glockenspiel, bass drum, on the parades. for the Independence
They,
Parade.
they should have to clone you. The amongst the things that you have done musically that people not aware of.
Yeah, but Pan, I love Pan. I work with Despers. I used to go up on the hill. And the manager came to me about 4 or 5 years ago.
Who's that, Collis?
No.
Kenneth Collis?
No, the Redskin one, I forget his name.
Finbar?
Finbar. And he come home by me in Rupun and say, look, we want you, and you want you. So my daughter over here in the conversation. And when he go and she said, Daddy, gosh, no, don't go up there, please. Daddy, don't go up there, please.
And look at the love they have for you now.
Yeah,
that love remain.
That's what's here. It remain. I must say thanks to Desperados for being there for the AllStars and Black's passing. Thanks for everything. They have been a great help.
I got to
you know,
that.
thanks. I don't want to call certain names of people and say, boy, they call me. I don't want that. So I'm leaving that alone.
Because those 7 nights, was a long week.
Yeah.
Every night was special.
Yeah, the Tuesday night before his funeral, the Wednesday, people tell me it was like an army fete.
Yeah, it was like a fete.
You know what I mean?
That was amazing.
There's all the artists you can think about was there.
About 20-something artists performed that night. Yeah.
Plus the 18 band, again, thanks to them. 18
band was good, boy.
It was good, yeah. Very, very good, yeah. The artists, I must say thanks to all of them. I can't sing out nobody again because I don't want to, but you ain't call my name, so.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody for being there.
I have a couple more questions for you. Oh, before I ask you the questions, you are planning anything for, like, let's say, because Black's funeral was an epic occasion. You whole up was a spin come down Frederick Street. Apparently, it looked like people stop working, all kind of thing. And but 40 days go be up just now.
About the 6th or the 7th of May.
Yeah,
but we talking and I would organize
the
suit. Yeah, but we talking about doing something, but the guys were saying by the band room, but I don't feel that we could do so.
That's too small.
That's too small. Unless we get the police to block off the road. You know?
Talk about the band room. The band room still on
Church on George Cabell Street.
How much years are there now?
Since I was the band.
You know, that place.
Yeah,
I remember coming and check Papi there.
Yeah, I did. We did about 28 years
now. A long time, boy.
Because before that, we practiced by childish youths. We was by courts, in the back of courts one time. We was down by where the hospital is in the Cockreet.
Yeah.
All that was Robert Amara place, Pepsi. So we was about 3 or 4 places. Then we settled there from about 28, 29 years.
I just have a couple more questions for you. What has COVID-19 taught you most about yourself?
That's a real tough question because I lost 4 loved ones in the COVID.
Yeah.
And not all from COVID, but I lost them within the COVID. And, like singing Sandra, Terrence Noel, Sean Joseph, my sister, my younger sister at 53, Carlyle, and no Blacks. So it has. I really can't say that because last year I had to go away, to kind of grass to get myself. So I spent 4 months in Miami when my sister died because it was real tough. It was really, really tough because for 2 weeks I was begging her to go and get checked. And she never did. And, to come and get that news that day, it was...
rough. And
we grew up 2 years apart, so we grew up together. Everything going to school, going to piano lessons, going to church, where it was me and Carly.
Accept my sympathy, man.
But,
just one more question. But so many hats to wear. What you plan to do in the future? Beyond today, what you plan to do?
Boy, I can't plan nothing. I can only ask God to show me the way. Right now we have a challenge in that Blacks is not here. And I'm up for the challenge. Because I really, it gave me motivation. Because again talk, boy, that band mash up, this, that, and next, and so I'm motivated more than ever right now. I know Blacks would be watching and say, Juice, get them. I know you can do it. And I think that is my motivation. That is my short-term future. But my long-term future is to go back into the pan because I love the pan. You know, I love to go back to do the arrangement for the pan.
I think the pan would like to have you.
Yeah, I would do it. I try to work with your pan side up on the hill, you know. But I used to teach them classical and stuff, you know.
Okay,
but,
well, you know, the door is always open.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. Well, everything is, you know, is according to the youths that timing.
And them fellas love you.
Yeah. I saw that.
Oh, God.
I saw that. Yeah,
Them fellas love you.
I saw that the other Peter. I really saw that, and thanks for all the love from everyone. Short of because when Blacks died, my phone was like 400 and something missed calls,
Yeah, pretty much.
300 and something text messages.
Yeah.
I just say from all over the world, and I
Yeah.
just say thanks for the love and and the appreciation of him and his music and the kind of music he did. People really know, understanding and hearing it, and people's telling me, well, why they only playing music now? He died. I said, well, God alone knows, but
Yeah.
he has according to him, a catalog of music.
Catalog of music, yeah.
And he still have.
That's
So still to come, you know. So we were working on that because you have music to come still.
Yeah.
So that is one of my short-term
Projects, yeah.
projects. Bring on some of the music that we have already finished for him with his voice and everything.
Well, I must thank you so very much for being my guest.
Peter, I was glad being here, man. I
I
enjoy this.
wish you all the best.
Thank you, my
I
brother.
wish you happiness. I wish you success. I wish to see the AllStars band continue post Blacks, where Blacks left it,
Yeah.
and even higher.
Yeah. But we working on it hard. We working on it feverishly. And, we're revealing our new singer next Wednesday, the 27th in Runaway.
Yeah.
Up in our plug for Runaway. Or they get all their tickets. I heard it's sold out, but get all their tickets.
In Celebia.
Or they come out and see, give all their opinion.
In Celebia.
Yeah, in Celebia.
Okay, my brother. Well, thanks very much.
Peter,
Okay.
thanks for having me, man. All the best.
Yeah, you've been looking at Bloodline Podcast, sponsored by NGC. My guest this evening has been Carlyle Juiceman Roberts, musical director of the AllStars band. Have a good evening. Thanks for viewing. Ciao.
Season 2 of the Bloodline Podcast is brought to you by the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited. Digitize and monetize with iEntLive, the only platform that provides complete digital support for entertainers, promoters, businesses, and entrepreneurs. Leverage our one-stop digital ecosystem that will allow you to promote your music, sell albums, and host paid events, host webinars and sell courses, promote your concerts, sell tickets and live stream events, and market your business or project to generate new customer leads, traffic, and more. This is all supported by our homegrown AI-driven digital marketing infrastructure that has successfully served hundreds of clients around the world. To learn more, send us a message or call 765-4641.